I've been waiting here for you for a lifetime. I've been waiting here for you all my life and a lifetime. Isn't that long? Now that I see you, everything's changed. Well, I've been waiting here for you for a lifetime. Well, I've been waiting here for you all my life and a lifetime. Isn't that long? Well, I've been waiting for a lifetime.
Welcome to Oklahoma Dream Weddings, presented by GM Flowers and Jam Events and Production. Today we'll be visiting Water's Edge Winery and trends for the spring and summer. Jam Flowers can take care of your wedding and all your floral needs. Beautiful floral designs for whatever you need, right next door to Jam Events and Production. They even offer a do-it-yourself option. Jam Flowers can make sure that you are covered. Check them out at jamflowers.com. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook. Jam Flowers is expanding. It will be sharing their all-new space with you very soon. Jam Events and Productions is Oklahoma's premier event company, offering rentals, lighting, furniture and decor, catering, photo booths, the traditional and the new slow motion, DJ, videography, and lighted dance floors. Jam Events and Productions, Oklahoma's only one-stop event company.
Hi, I'm Patrick Kelly with Oklahoma Dream Weddings, and today we're here at Water's Edge Winery to learn about wine. Last time I got to eat cake. This time I get to drink wine, and that's all good. Hey, well, I'm here with Sarah and Adam Edwards, and we're here to talk about what you do and what's so great about Water's Edge Winery.
Well, thanks for having us. Of course, we're at Water's Edge Winery, located at 712 North Broadway in the historic Automobile Alley. And one of the things that makes us magical here is we not only make our own wine, but we get all of our clients and customers involved with bottling the wines if they so choose to do so as well. And that's a really fun experience.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It really is. As a matter of fact, you should come by and try it sometime. But
I have come by and I have tried it, and it is fantastic, by the way.
Perfect, perfect. Well, the beautiful thing about doing it is, I mean, especially, let's say you've got the special day coming up and you want what you want, right? You've come in, you've tasted the wines, and you know that that's the flavor profile. You know, it has the right balance, the right chemistry, and you want that on your special day. Actually come in 50 days prior, take part in letting us make the wines. We do everything, right? We don't want you to work too hard. You got the big day coming up, so let us take care of that. We'll make the wine of your choice. Then you come back 50 days later, you have an opportunity to not only bottle the wine, cork it, and label it with your special day label on the front, and I guarantee it'll be a magical experience.
I bet that would be really fun for a family experience, and building those memories I think is so important.
Absolutely. Well, and I just so happen to have the label extraordinaire, my wife here, so she could talk a little bit more about the labeling process and how we can customize that experience with the personal touch as well. So,
What do you think, Sarah?
Well, honestly, along the way, everybody builds memories either with your engagement photos or something crazy, you know, that has to do with your relationship, or even just a simple monogram. Pictures of the family. We've done some great series where it kind of showed the progression of a relationship. So it's a lot of fun, and it really gives you that personal touch. You can also do like a save the date bottle or gifts for bridesmaids. That's become a really big deal. You know, like, will you be my bridesmaid, or that kind of stuff. So there's all kinds of options, and why not? Why not? It's just fun.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? So, Are we all going to get to taste some wine today?
You know what? Today's a special day. We've got some special stuff for you to taste.
Ooh, I love special stuff. Y'all also do a fantastic almond champagne from what I hear.
We sure do. We sure do. And technically, you know, Champagne region in France is really where the capital is. So we kind of call it sparkling wine. You know, we kind of call it almond sparkle. But it is a mixture of Pinot Noir, which is the lightest red. It's also a mixture of Chardonnay, which is the heaviest white. And then it's exposed to almonds for 6 months. And it is a magical, magical product by the time we get done with it, for sure.
Well, I guess we're going to have to try some.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we have that as well. And then one other thing to mention as well, what we're doing now for bridal parties is they're coming in and they're just tasting the wine. So let's just say they don't really want to bottle their own wines and kind of go through that exercise. What they can do is they can come in prior, you know, and we just want a little advance notice. So a few months prior to their special day, taste wines, okay, reds, whites, fruits, of course, almond sparkle, and then we can create a list of those wines with a special label for that special day as well.
I love it. Well, can we taste some wine now?
We sure can.
Yes.
Okay, yay! What's the proper way of tasting wine?
Well, really, the proper way is tasting wine, period, to be honest with you. So you got to
That sounds
start off
good.
with that. But in all seriousness, this is kind of what we do with our brides and with the bridal party, and of course, mom and dad, and they come in. We encourage the entire family to come in and take part in this special occasion. And so normally we start off with a few reds, and you want to start off with the driest wine, okay? So right now we don't have a dry white, so we're gonna go to the next driest wine, which is gonna be a dry red, okay? This is actually a pretty good product. Right now in your glass, we actually have our Big Daddy Red, which is a signature product from California. It's a blend of Cabernet, Sauvignon, Syrah, and Zinfandel. So it's got nice velvety taste to it, but then again, it has that nice peppery taste that you get with the Syrah grape, and a lot of people like it. And it pairs very well with any type of wedding dinner, steaks and chickens and things of that nature, and so it's a very universal type of drink. And so what we're going to do now is, you've got a glass, we've got a glass as well. What we normally try and do is kind of swirl it around a little bit just to aerate it, wake it up. You know, it's been sleeping in that bottle for a while. We want to wake this wine up and get all the chocolatey notes and all the velvety notes going. And then the next thing you want to do is just kind of take it in. You know, what I say is smell it 2 times before you drink it. You smell that?
I smell it.
And then what I always say is, could you imagine smelling this on your perfect day? You know, smelling this wine, the euphoria and everything else. And so,
I'm feeling
all
euphoric.
right, you got your 2 smells? All right.
I
let's
did.
go
Okay, I
ahead and
went
take
for 3.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, we got a cheer.
Ah, that's delicious. That's perfect. Now, Patrick, I'm going to ask you, what are you tasting? Anything come to mind?
It's kind of explosion, like it all goes right up through your nose and through your senses. So, I taste some fruit in there.
Yeah.
Kind of a woodsy kind of feel.
Yep.
You know?
From the cab, absolutely. Yeah, good job. And you said you were a novice.
I don't know anything about wine, but I love drinking it. So
Perfect,
it makes it fun.
Well, and another good thing too is after the first sip, it's usually not until about the third that you're really going to get the true flavor of the wine. Another thing that Adam was doing, I don't know if you heard him, but he's actually breathing a little bit of air on top of the wine, because not only do you want to taste it, but to truly experience the whole complexity of the wine, you have to smell it too at the same time. So it takes a little bit of practice.
So you're breathing
You're
on.
breathing in. You're breathing
breathing
a little
in
bit of
while
air. Yeah.
So you're
almost-
saying I need to drink some more wine.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
You have to
one sip. That's
practice.
not enough. That's
You
not
have
enough.
to practice.
I like practicing. All right, let's practice one more time.
All right, let's do it.
Maybe
One more time.
two more times.
And try with that technique. Slowly take a little bit in and let some air come into your mouth. Then that way the notes and the aroma and everything just penetrate your entire body. Now, obviously, throughout the wedding ceremony, there's going to be time for some cake. And there's going to be time for some toasting. If I remember correctly, didn't you do a story on cake just recently?
We had a lot of cake last time, so we've got a lot of ground to make up with wine.
That's right.
A lot
That's
of ground to
right.
make up.
So the beautiful thing about this is, as we've spoken before about our almond sparkle, which of course is Pinot Noir Chardonnay mixed with almonds for 6 months. This is an explosion of just wonderful, wonderful notes of almonds, and then of course you've got that light ruby red Pinot Noir in the background, and then it finishes off with the acidity of the Chardonnay as well. So this is something you definitely want to toast with. You definitely want to eat with your signature cake on a nice day as well.
Well, we better toast then.
That's right.
So toast
Cheers.
weddings and cake.
Toast weddings, cakes.
We'll check back with Patrick later on in the show. Moliere Bridal. What kind of bride are you? Traditional, understated, outgoing, modern, sophisticated, or simply uncategorizable? Moliere Bridal, a beautiful bridal boutique located in the heart of Oklahoma City, has a breathtaking collection of wedding dresses. These designer gowns will help you express the kind of bride that you want to be on your special day. We invite you for a memorable shopping experience. Relax, enjoy, and have fun. Moliere Bridal.
We are a third-generation real estate team. We come from very long lineage of 47 years in real estate. I'm Lisa Williams with the Lisa Williams Group. We're associated with Keller Williams. We are a third-generation real estate team. We've been doing business in the Oklahoma City area for 48 years. We excel with first-time buyers finding their dream home. Call us today to help you. We would love to help you find your home.
I'm Allie Prescott from Moliere Bridal. We're back at my shop today with Amy Ray from Amy Ray Events, and we're talking about trends for spring and summer. And Amy, you put together this wonderful tablescape, and I just kind of wanted to talk about what your inspiration was behind it and kind of what your thoughts were.
Okay, Allie. Well, first of all, I really love color, and spring and summer are the time to really just put pops of bright colors, beautiful colors. We have this gorgeous flower arrangement here from Tony Foss Flowers, and it has beautiful colors of orange and coral, blue, and I really wanted to pick a table linen that would make the floral arrangement pop. So we picked a teal sequin sparkle tablecloth from 110 Events, and we also paired it with a lot of the gold. The Chiavari chairs, as you know, are huge right now. Everybody loves the Chiavari chairs. So we went ahead and decided to use the gold. So then I brought the gold into the tabletop by using the gold scallop chargers.
Awesome.
Also, if you know your last name starts with an R, like Ray, you could put the R there, or any letter would work.
So this is really a good example of a couple's table or a sweetheart table.
Exactly. We wanted to showcase a sweetheart table, which is typically where the bride and groom would sit and have their meal, if they're not being bombarded by their guests, of course. But they would sit and have their meal here at the sweetheart table. And sweetheart tables, you typically want to do a little bit bigger, a little bit prettier, add in some more things that you wouldn't see at every guest table. You could also do every guest table like this as well. But so yeah, we did all this, the whole table here for roughly about $100, and we really just wanted to go with the bright colors for spring and summer.
Great. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Are you seeing the bright colors in gowns, or what kind of trends are you seeing?
Yeah, definitely. I would say that right now we're seeing a lot of non-traditional colors coming in to our wedding gowns, and obviously when it comes to putting together kind of a tablescape, you can also transfer that over into your bridesmaids and kind of tie it all together. So we did have a few bridesmaid dresses to kind of show you how to bring that whole look together. We chose a blue tealish, kind of like I would say like a sea color.
Well, and I also think too that it's nice that we paired it with a gown that's not an exact match.
Exactly.
I think when brides are looking for their color scheme, they often think, "Oh, I have to make everything match exactly." As long as it coordinates and really works with the colors together, it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah,
so I think
no,
that's
I
great.
love it. So, obviously the colors are really trending this year. The other thing that's really trending that we're seeing a lot of are illusion necklines. We brought that in on the bridesmaid dresses with this little lace detail, and it's on both of these, and it just kind of gives a little bit more texture to the dress, and also gives a little bit more coverage to the girls that don't want to be fully exposed and stuff, and it just adds a little bit of detail. I just really like that. And that's definitely a huge trend that we're seeing across the board, definitely from wedding dresses to mother of the bride dresses all the way to bridesmaids dresses. So
Absolutely, and I think illusion necklines can be very flattering on every figure, and it gives the illusion of coverage without actually covering. So,
exactly. The other trend that we're really seeing are details of pearls.
Okay.
From anywhere from belts to sleeves, and I mean the other way that we tied this into this whole look was just with even a pearl necklace detail. It just adds a little bit of a vintage flair.
Absolutely.
And I know that we were talking earlier that
Yes.
that was something that you're seeing on the tablescape end.
Absolutely. As far as decorations for wedding go right now, there's definitely a steer towards the more vintage feel. A lot of people like to use, vintage books, vintage, all kinds of details, and we are seeing a lot more of the vintage pieces. So that's good to see that it's going along with the gowns and the decorations
It's
as
a
well.
great way to tie it all together.
Absolutely. Are you seeing any other trends? You talked about that you were seeing the lace and the illusion necklines and now the pearls. Are there any other trends that are happening right now?
I would say the two others that are is kind of that sleeve look. We're getting a lot of lace sleeves and then off the shoulder, and it's just kind of drawing more attention to the shoulders and the arms and stuff while still giving, like I said, that coverage that you can still get with the illusion neckline. You're able to get it with the off the shoulder or even like a full lace. The other thing that you can do is you can add a little jacket that you can have on during the ceremony. I know a lot of girls like to be covered up for the ceremony and just kind of, when you're in front of everyone and that's your initial, when everyone's seeing you, and then to kind of change it up a little bit, take off your little bolero and, dance the night away with a little strapless dress. So, I mean, it's a good way to kind of change but not change the dress and the look for not that much money.
Absolutely. I love that because, some brides are always asking me, should I do the two dresses separate for the reception? And, of course they can absolutely do that as well. But it is a good option to know that you can still change the vibe and the feel when you take off the veil, when you take off a bolero, or, sometimes I've seen where brides have added the sleeves, and then they can take those off or tuck those in. Also, you can, by the time you've,
bustled the dress.
Thank you. Why am I drawing a blank on that word? By the time you've bustled the dress, you do get a whole different feel. So that's good to know that there's options if you don't want to do the second dress because, hey, you paid all the money for the first dress. Or if you don't, you can't afford the second dress, it's also a good option to change the look.
Exactly.
Great. Are you seeing any other trends for 2015, or do you think that we've kind of covered all the bases?
Honestly, the 5 trends that we've really seen are the lace, whether that be on a sleeve, up top, so the lace, off the shoulder, that's another big one. We've seen that a lot with a lot of tulle, and even with a little bit of lace detail or satin. We've seen it in a lot of our different designers. Non-traditional colors. I kind of touched on that earlier. As far as going to the bridal world, we're seeing that with champagnes, with a mocha, with a lot of light gold, and it's all really complementary to skin tones. So whereas on the runway you'll see where Vera Wang brings out her red dress or her blue dress, that's not something that we're seeing in Oklahoma. You of course could buy that, but we're definitely seeing where brides are leaning more towards the non-traditional, which would be the champagne, the mocha,
Right.
light golds, and
Right.
it's just definitely it's a play on the ivory, so
Right.
it's a lot of fun.
Right, because ivory has dominated for so long now, and it still is the dominant color, I would say, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
But it's also great to know that there are other colors coming in, especially because I know gold is such a huge accent color for weddings right now that I think it's nice if the bride can tie it in, or at least the
Exactly.
tones of the gold with the beige or the mocha.
Exactly.
Things
Yeah,
like that.
no, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. So the illusion neckline and then the pearl detail would definitely be the final two trends that we're seeing. So that would round out 5 that we're
Wonderful.
definitely seeing going into spring and summer.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, as a planner, I know that brides come to me really early, sometimes a year, 2 years out, and they're always, the first thing that pops into their mind is my wedding gown.
Exactly.
What is it going to look like? I got to go get it right now, right now. When is a good time? How far out should I tell my brides to start looking for their gowns?
Amy, we get this question a lot, and I really appreciate you asking it.
Okay.
We tend to recommend anywhere from 8 to 10 months out to really start narrowing it down, finding the dress, purchasing the dress, and
Wonderful.
moving on. As far as just looking around, I mean, you can start a year out after you have set your wedding date and you have a narrowed down theme as far as how you want your overall look for your wedding to be. I think that you're pretty safe to look for wedding gowns. When
great.
you're 2 years out, things change, trends
Absolutely.
change, styles change, and you don't want to lock yourself into something and then see something, a year and a half out from your wedding and like something a little bit more than you like the previous dress that you already purchased. So
Right,
to
right.
prevent buyer's remorse, we recommend anywhere from 8 to 10 months to actually really start looking and purchasing the dress.
Wonderful, wonderful. I know I see a lot of times on those used wedding websites and things like that, you end up seeing a ton of brides posting gowns that they're trying to sell for less because they've already purchased these gowns and they purchased them too far out. And now
Exactly.
they need to find another gown because they no longer are in love with their gown. And we
Exactly.
definitely don't want that happening to our brides.
Exactly.
So
The other thing that we do to try to prevent that is when you come in the first time around, we're going to have you try on 6 to 8 wedding gowns.
Okay,
So with that, hopefully we can narrow down a style that you really want and also find you something that is more in line with what you're looking for. So we're going to try on different fits, different styles, and kind of narrow it down. If you have an idea by that point, that's fantastic and we love it. And you can come on in and we're gonna find you exactly that. But if you're still a little bit more open, we're gonna try on different fits and stuff and definitely narrow it down from that 6 to 8 that we're gonna have you pick the first time around.
wonderful. And when brides are shopping for dresses, like we've talked about, there are several different trends happening. Do you
Yeah.
recommend that brides try to pick a dress based on the season, based on trends? What do you usually recommend brides look for when they're picking their gown?
Find the dress that makes you feel like a bride. That makes you
Okay.
feel beautiful, and whether that be that is something that's a trend setter or if that's something that's just a classic look. As long as you feel beautiful and you feel like a bride, that's what we want you walking away feeling. This is a special day and we want you to feel special.
Awesome.
So-
Wonderful. Wonderful. So really just find the dress that's perfect for you.
That's a good point. Also play into what time of year you're getting married, because you
Right.
don't want to play into the heavy satins in the middle of summer, because if you're having an
Right.
outdoor wedding, it's just gonna be hot and miserable. And if you're gonna have a light lace in the middle of winter, that's gonna be really cold.
Right.
So the
Take
other
those
thing to
factors
really
in.
consider
Yeah,
is
yeah.
looking at those elements and then also playing into what makes you feel pretty. Thanks, guys, for coming by again. My name's Allie Prescott with Moliere Bridal. I'd also like to thank my friend Amy Ray with Amy Ray Events. If you'd like to set an appointment to come look at dresses, you can do so by calling our number 405-840-0100 or visiting our website, molierebridal.com.
And if you're interested in a wedding planner, you can research me at www.amyrayevents.com. You can also email me at amy@amyrayevents.com. Thank you so much.
Okay, Sarah, where are we?
We're in the crush room.
Why is it called the crush room?
Well, okay, so here's the story. Adam and I actually went to Napa when we were dating and fell in love there, fell in love with wine, and so anyway, this is kind of like a memorial to our relationship, mutual crush.
Oh, I like the crush.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we actually put it in the bottle.
Uh-huh.
We are wine thieves. We're taking a little bit of wine out, just try it out, see how it's going, and yeah, you get to participate in that today.
Very cool. Let's do some thieving.
Let's do it. This is actually our 600-liter tank, okay? Currently fermenting in here is our Napa Valley Stag Leaps Merlot. It is going to be absolutely outstanding, okay? So you get a chance to taste it before anybody else does.
I'm
right?
all on that.
That's right, that's right. So Patrick, if you would put your glass right underneath the sample valve here, I'm going to just kind of bring it forward just a little bit. There we go. I'm going to kind of give it a little twist there. All right, there you go. Okay, and
we're
just
gonna
swirl
let
it. You remember.
I'm trying to remember all
And
the
you say
process.
you're a novice. Come on.
Oh, stop. All right, so we're gonna let it breathe
And
a
you
little
can
bit.
see now, it's important to see how it's looking now, okay? And so you see there's deep red, chocolatey, velvet hues to it. You can see the legs are clinging onto the bottle, okay, onto the glass, should I say. And that's the evaporation of the alcohol and of the oxygen and everything else, just really letting the wine breathe, okay? Now what you want to do is take 2 steps like we talked about, inhale it in, right? What are you smelling?
Oh, I'm smelling amazingness. Wow.
You smell the same thing I smell.
I know. I can't wait to try it.
There you go. We'll go ahead and take a taste.
That's money.
What do you think?
One of the little secrets about Water's Edge Winery is they have an amazing reception site. And you can do small receptions and you can do wonderful rehearsals here in this space. I think a lot of brides love the idea of getting downtown and having that downtown feel of Oklahoma City and giving their guests that feeling as well. So tell us a little bit about this space.
Well, to me, this space actually is a very, very cool space, okay? What we've tried to go for is leaving the bare roots of the space, okay? This building was actually built in 1916, and just a little bit of history, it's in the Automobile Alley District, okay? So coming up next year will be the 100th year anniversary of this building. So we tried to leave as much character, industrial feel as we can, and a lot of brides and their bridal parties really love the environment. One thing that's pretty cool about this space is you can actually fit about 150 people in here, okay? Now with tables and rounds and dance floors, we probably want to do no more than about 75 and 80, so then that way everyone's comfortable. This is great, as you said, for receptions, rehearsal dinners, proposal dinners, things of that nature. What's also good is you not only have an open invitation to come down here, but you've got an open urban patio, okay? You want me to show you what I mean by that?
I absolutely want you to show me.
So you hear all the vibrant traffic, and it just opens up the space. You know, the space comes alive, and so everyone who rents out this room loves it. I think it just adds a character element to it that you just can't find in a lot of other places. So
This is really fun. Like, I can actually kind of feel like I could actually just, there it is. I'm outside. I'm literally outside. My guests are enjoying all the beautiful weather that we're having, and they can enjoy downtown and get the feel of being in Bricktown. So, Adam, of course, you can call, you can email,
right.
but you can also book your appointment on audioappointments.com.
That's true. You sure can. And as Patrick said, you can call 232-9463, or if you prefer, 232-WINE. And we're so happy to be one of your newest members on idoappointments.com. You could certainly go there and search for Water's Edge and book your appointment, and that will certainly get you preferred treatment for sure.
Ooh, preferred treatment. You heard it here.
Thanks for watching Oklahoma Dream Weddings. Be sure and look for us as we're filming today at the OK Bride Spring Bridal Show